What's up, guys? Welcome to Sky Bees. I hit the wrong key, and we're back. We're back on the island, and as you can see, a few things have changed. So, let's go over those, starting out with the vivid grass from Botania. I did grow some big spruce trees over here and turn this all into podzol. I left grass here, and then of course we had stone brick over here, but I was still having chickens and stuff spawn over here, and it was causing some issues with our little system that we set up last time down here. So the item collector was collecting the eggs. They were sitting in here, and as I said, it was causing an issue because the centrifuge can't do anything with them. So, yeah, it was a big problem, and we have since rectified that system. Um, I did also make another item router here with a puller. I don't remember if I showed this, but this basically pulls um, honeycombs out of here and then sends them over. It doesn't always pull out all of the honeycombs. Sometimes they do come down into here like you just saw moments ago, but it is a good thing. We also have 1,000 or 1,925 buckets of honey. One thing I also tried to set up was the, what do you call it? The solidification chamber for this guy. And the recipe here with sticks and a bucket of honey does not work. So instead, I'm having to grab the bucket of honey and then put glass bottles in like this. This will turn them into honey bottles, and then you can turn them into honey blocks. And that is working for us. We built a little box here that we will go over later, and like I said before, we built these elevators instead of having the ladder here. So another thing that I messed up was I had a regular Minecraft beehive here, and using the item scraper from the Resourceful Bee mod does not work with the vanilla beehive, so we had to change these out for tier 1, and they are slowly but surely collecting items. I do believe that we have, yeah, a little bit of dust. I've actually sifted some gravel and made some glass with what we had in here. Another thing that has changed, you guys will see that we have birch logs, jungle logs, we have dark oak logs, we have acacia, we have spruce, and we have oak. We also have all of the different saplings. Now, I did go ahead and, is it going to let me put a item downgrade in here, which reduces the items in these drawers to a single stack, and then we have a void upgrade so that excess items are being destroyed. I basically just put a big hopper chain here with all of the different um, saplings so that we're collecting them. What else did we do? We put the sink in here. This is from Cooking for Blockheads. It's basically an infinite water source. Pretty easy to make. It is just 5 pieces of terracotta, a water bucket, and 3 irons. So the items here, and I hit something. Yeah, there it goes. Goes away. Keeps this full of water. We keep some witch water on hand in case we need it. And what else did I do? I did upgrade all of my sieves to the emerald mesh here. Come on, game. There we go. And I did find a use for emerald mesh. If we look at these netherite scraps, when sieving in a diamond mesh, you get a chance at 1% to get netherite scraps from crushed netherrack. From emerald mesh, you get a one time at 1% and a one time at 10%, and then at netherite mesh, it doesn't go up. Um, I believe it is the end. Is it crushed in stone or is it just in stone? Nope, it's crushed in stone right here. When you sift this, you get a 0.5% chance on a iron mesh, a 1% and a 0.5 with the diamond mesh. You get a 1, a 0.5, a 1.5% with the emerald mesh, and then finally the netherite mesh. You have four rolls at getting an ender pearl. So we are going to upgrade one of these eventually to netherite, but that's going to be a little bit of a convoluted deal. So as I'm sure you saw when we were going through all of the different changes from what we did between episodes, you'll see that I have a line of bees set up here. And I do want to get into some bee breeding. That's what this pack is about. I would like to start generating some different materials, and I think we're going to grab ourselves a cobblestone bee. We're going to grab ourselves an icy bee. So let's get a bucket of water. Real nice. Boom. Okay. Still have the civ bees here. Let us get a little bit of cobblestone. And I do believe that we need some flowers. We'll grab those from over here. I did forget to mention that we did upgrade all of our drawers to spruce instead of the oak. I think this looks better with the base that we've got going on, but yeah, let's go downstairs. So, this is going to be where I do my bee breeding. So we're going to get the cobblestone bee, we're going to get the icy bee, and of course the icy bee came out as a baby. Or is it just smaller? Ooh, do you only take poppies? Hmm, I did not know. See, we're learning. So a lot of these bees that I have bookmarked on the side page there, we're not actually going to use. We're just going to do this with it, and we are going to breed it. That is the whole purpose for what we're doing here. Oh, and there's our Obsidian Bee. Don't die. Nice. Um, Obsidian is just something that we need to continue to create void upgrades for the storage drawers. And we can make refined obsidian and regular obsidian. That's all we have. Now these guys are going to take a 5-minute cooldown before we can breed them again, and it's getting to be nighttime, so let's go ahead and sleep. And what I'm thinking is we're going to take our dust, sand, gravel, and our vanilla bees, and we're just going to go ahead and pick all those guys up, and start utilizing these chambers for their actual intended purpose. Hello. Oh, he went back in there. Close the door. So we got one more bee that needs to be taken out of there. Here we've got quite a few of them. I think we got 6 total in there. Good. So I'm going to probably upgrade these hives here to the tier 2 similar to that one because we have the materials to do it. I'm going to pick all these guys up because sand, gravel, and dust isn't something that we need, and we need these more for breeding than anything else. The regular vanilla bees as well, we have a ton of honeycombs from this right here. So we're going to pick those guys up. He went back into the beehive. And we're going to start placing down our other bees. I want to try to breed up, as you guys see here, a obsidian bee we just did. I would like to get a netherrack bee, which is cobblestone, and a redstone bee. A redstone bee is a sieve and a sand bee. So I just picked up the sand bees. We're going to breed these guys up. Netherrack we obviously need for the netherite. Excuse me. A diamond bee is made with a cobblestone and a coal bee, which a coal bee is something that we still need to craft up. An emerald bee, I believe, is made in the same way. It's just going to take us a little bit to get them. Did I get them? Dust, dust, Perfect. These guys want to run. And I do believe that is all the bees now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 2. Perfect. So some of these bees we're going to set up and we're going to leave them going for a while inside of this little system here. Some of the bees, such as netherrack and soul sand, we're going to let them go enough to get some material. And then we're going to go ahead and put them away. But emeralds, diamonds, gold, and iron, I really want those. Blaze rods we need. Redstone would be good. Coal is also a good one. Um, Sieve and sand will get us the iron bee. I also believe it's a gravel bee and a sieve bee that give us the gold at a 10%. So we're going to need to set up more drawers. We're going to need to set up a chest to put all of these different bees in so that we have it. And we're going to wait a little bit and try to get ourselves another obsidian bee. Now, one thing that we're going to have to watch or change is the obsidian bee for pollination block actually needs obsidian. So the flowers here are null and void now. And all of those went down into our little item collector, and we're going to need to get ourselves a pieces of obsidian, which is just over here. We did get a second bee. We have our icy and our cobblestone bee all nice and nested in with us. I'm going to go ahead and change out 6 of these blocks, just because eventually I would like to have 6 bees in here. So let's go ahead and change out this stuff right here. The item collector is picking all of this stuff up. It is doing a wonderful job. Now we should be able to place you down and place you down. And let's let these guys do their thing. They're going to take about 20 minutes to grow up from babies. And then we can come in and breed them as needed. All my other bees are sitting in here, which I can actually put the icy bee in there for now. And one thing that I also did that I need to take a look at is I have this chest set up here, at least access to it, because sometimes we will get items from breaking stuff over here that go through this secondary item router that's back here, and it gets sent over there. And I had a little bit of clogging issues where I've had to break the cyclic pipes and then replace them. So now we need to go through, and I have my coal bees, I have my sieve bees, and we need to start looking at getting some of these guys. Like redstone is going to require dust and a sieve bee. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with dust and sieve. I have 2 dust bees here. And we're going to try to get ourselves a redstone bee after we sleep. Now I have probably 3-4 hours into bee breeding. You can see we've got quite a few different bees here. I did get some fluix, some fluorite. We got 2 creeper bees. We got 3 pigman bees. 2 Certus quartz. 2 nether quartz and 2 skeleton, and then 3 lapis. There's our coal bees that we did. I did do some accidental breeding with the sieve and dust bees. I clicked on both of the dust and both of the sieve, so these 2 bred together, and we got 1 more, and same here. I do have a couple of glass bees that I'm going to set up soon. We do have some redstone, and you guys can see we have blaze, we have obsidian. Every now and then these guys just float around, but they are working. One thing I've had to do is go in, like this guy is not going in the hive or going to his pollination block, so every now and then I'll have to go in and make sure that he does what he's supposed to do. We did get 2 emerald bees as well. These actually bred pretty quickly, considering you can get Lapis Bees. If we look, clicked on the wrong thing. Cobblestone and coal is what makes diamond, lapis, and emerald. This is a 40% chance. Um, the diamond is a 35% and the emerald is a 25%, so this went rather well. Blaze bees, I got 4 of these before I got 2 redstone bees at a 10% chance. So, yeah, we're collecting materials, and right now I have my cobblestone bees chilling out down here. Got a guy there and a guy there. So we're going to go ahead and release 2 of the redstone bees that we have, and we need to go get some material for them. And by materials, I mean we need some redstone. Uh, Yeah, we've got 400 diamonds and 200 emeralds. We have 500 blaze rods. We've got 600 obsidian. It's working well over there. Hope to get these 2 up and running. We added more drawers to the system here. Poppies is doing good as well. I had a dump chest here because I sit right here AFK while these guys are doing their thing. So let us try to get ourselves a netherrack bee. I do believe that these are 100% chance, so you and you. Hey, 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 come here. Yep. So that's good. I'm glad some of these are 100%. Hello. Nice. Okay, that's one more off the list there. Now, I do know that the reason I'm trying to collect these guys so fast is bees will fly up here, and for whatever reason, since these are solid blocks, they will take damage and they will die. So we've had a couple of deaths, and so far, so good. So as you can see, the centrifuge is pretty slow. It is keeping up with what we have going on for now, but I am going to need to upgrade this at some point. Um, so I've got a few more bees to get here. The gold bee is gravel and sieve. The iron bee is sieve and sand. 70% chance for that guy. This guy is a very low chance. This one's going to be another one that's going to take a while. And the soul sand is just our netherrack bees with sand at 100% chance. So we are going to grab our 2 cobblestone bees and put these guys up for now. And obviously we built another little deal here. So we can put our cobblestone bees here. We're going to need 2 sieve bees, and I already have my sand on me. So it's a little bit of a process. We'll go ahead and push this guy down here. You stay in there and do work. One thing, these guys were not doing anything. The beehive itself was collecting honey, and it wasn't being scraped because of the redstone block right in front of the dispenser. I goofed. um, but yeah, at nighttime is the best time to test things out. Like this diamond bee should be in its hive right now. So what I have to do sometimes is come in here, and he just went in there, so that's good. And grab them with the jar and then replace them on the pollination block, and then they'll go inside the hive. Once they're inside the hive, I know that they're linked to the hive and they will do work. So back to breeding some more bees. I think we have total about 6 hours into breeding all of these bees. So down here I have like the original bees I started with: sand, sieve, dust, gravel, cobblestone. I've got my icy bee here as well. And then I have my Minecraft bees here, which eventually we will be setting back up, but that will be at a later time. Then we have some prismarine, skeleton, a fluix, fluorite. We got some creeper, some pigman bees, which might come in handy later on. These guys drop glowstone. Certus quartz, nether quartz, lapis, copper, silver, tin, aluminum, a ton of osmium. We've got nickel. We have one uranium, one lead, another copper here, another tin, another aluminum. I got lazy at the end. And we got most of these from trying to breed up things like the gold bees. These took forever to get at a 10% chance. Now, one thing that I did find very interesting was the Lapis Bees here. If we look them up, these things are bred from a coal bee and a cobblestone bee, which is the same thing that an iron bee is bred from, and these are at a 40%, where if we have a 35% chance of diamond, we have a 25% chance of emerald, and a 40% chance of lapis. I guess I was looking at this wrong. We should have gotten more lapis bees. But we did get diamond and emerald really, really quick. But our gold bees, these things are a 10% chance from a gravel and a civ bee, and then that's how we got all of these other osmium and nickel and stuff like that. So got these guys set up. We've been breeding them, and we've been collecting a bunch of materials. You can see items shooting underneath our base. We're sitting on a lot of diamonds, emeralds. We've got a lot of redstone. We don't have a lot of gold. We just got those guys set up. We got iron, bunch of coal, netherrack, soul sand. We've got a nice amount of glass finally. So things are coming in good. We've got a bunch of beeswax, which we will need. And this I can actually put in a compacting drawer and have beeswax blocks, which may benefit us in the future. So, our little sifting, or our little centrifuge system was getting backed up with all of these different bees going. This crate was starting to fill up, and we were having some major issues. Right now, we have 4 bees in there, 4 bees in there, and 3 sets here, producing a lot of different honeycombs for us. So, I changed up the system ever so slightly. We have our item collector at the front here, pumping items into the storage crate. We have this item router here, which is pulling the regular honeycombs out and shooting them over there. We don't have that set up right now. This was just put back into place, but then I have all the other honeycombs being pumped out into these 3 centrifuges. Those items are being changed into whatever they are, such as blaze rods, and then they're being pumped over here, and that item router is throwing them over there. Underneath, this thing is collecting all of the honey. I did find that this will, even though this item pipe isn't connected to this tank, it will still collect items, so I just left a honey bucket in here and threw a piece of flint because we're not getting flint. We then have our lava running up, and I made 2 more magmators. These are producing enough power for all of these guys, and we are producing still a surplus of lava. Now, I did find with this, right now you can see it's in extract mode. If you left-click a block, it changes it into disable mode, and that's how you get these little yellow bits disabling the pipes from touching. They still kind of act weird, like this item conduit here, which is not touching this, but it still will extract items. I don't know. Eventually, hopefully, we'll get away from these cyclic pipes. I'm not a huge fan of them. Our little breeding room is still here. We're going to leave it for now. And I did go further into breeding bees, where I've got myself 2 steel and 2 netherite. Now, again, I think we looked at this before, but we'll look at it again. The netherite bee itself needs a block of netherite to pollinate. The same thing with the steel bee. It's going to need a block of steel to pollinate. And right now we don't have steel. We don't have an easy way to get it. That's going to be a next episode thing. But I do want to get the netherite bee set up, and I do want to start pumping netherite into that compacting drawer right there. So what we're going to have to do is take a bunch of this cobblestone, or netherrack, sorry, that's why we're making the netherrack. We're going to have to hammer it down. We'd look up crushed netherrack. Like I said, I do believe we'd looked up this before. We can get ancient debris fairly nicely from sifting. And I do believe that in one of my chests, I do have a little bit, because we've already started. So I need enough to make a block of netherite, and then we can set these guys up. So we are going to need to place down a bunch of netherrack, and then get our little wand out, and just start placing all of the netherrack that we can. For some reason, this thing doesn't want to build up here. It's kind of weird. But then, of course, we can ultimine this, and now we have some crushed netherrack. Yep, this is what I'm going to be doing for a few minutes. Alright, that didn't take too long, but we now all have all of the crushed netherrack that we can, and now we're going to sit here and do this. We're going to get a lot of gold from this, which is really nice, because we can use that gold to make the netherite, as well as the, just having gold in general is going to benefit us quite substantially. But from a stack there, we got ourselves 8 scraps, and we got ourselves 59 gold ore pieces. As I said before, we're going to need enough of this for 9 ingots, so we're going to need 36 netherite scraps. That'll get us a block, and then that'll get us to actually getting the netherite bees going. So, yeah, sift, sift, sift. I hate sifting. Now, I went ahead and sifted all of the crushed netherrack. No reason for me to keep it and just stop at 36. So I do have quite a bit of netherite scrap, and we could make almost 16 ingots. Of course, I'm a little bit of gold short. There we go. Now, I should upgrade one of these meshes, and that would complete the Ex Nihilo section with the netherite mesh. As we completed the start and the drawer quest line, I do want to do that. But to make the netherite mesh, where is it? Here it is. You have to upgrade a diamond mesh, and all of those over there are emerald, so we'll have to make ourselves another diamond mesh, which really shouldn't be that hard. But the biggest thing that we want to do, of course, is we want to put in the block of netherite, and I almost have enough. One more nether scrap would have given me enough to make 2 blocks, but that's okay. We will take one of these and place it in here, just so we have it. And now we can go over here and we have a block of netherite. We can place these netherite bees in. No, please don't fly away. Where'd you go? Come back. Gotta chase him down. Just go in there, dude. Yeah, see, you guys want to do the thing. Nice. Now, the neat thing is getting netherite. We're going to need netherite in the way future, right? We have the centrifuge that we've been working on. This elite centrifuge requires a bunch of netherite. So just looking in the future, because we're going to need to upgrade the centrifuge that's down there. Hopefully we'll get on that next episode. But the other thing that we can do, and I think I showed this, was the it's called a witherite stuff. You take a netherite helmet and put a witherite ingot, and this set gives you a wither immune effect. And this armor right here, we're going to need because there is a wither skeleton bee and there is a wither bee. This guy, of course, needs a block of nether star to pollinate on, and we're going to need some nether stars. But of course, this has to be made with nether stars, so we're going to need to fight 9 withers before we can do that. This guy needs a witherproof block, any witherproof block, which is going to require us to go to the nether and get some steel, but not too bad. These guys do produce wither skeleton honeycombs, which in the centrifuge actually makes wither skeleton skulls. So once we have one, we're good. So we can also go ahead and upgrade our helmet here to a netherite helmet, and then eventually to the witherite, which is a pretty good deal. But that's where we're going to end things today. We've been breeding bees, just a ton of bees. Next episode, we're going to come in and probably start diving into immersive engineering here, getting into the coke oven and the blast oven. This is where we make steel. Obviously, here is the quest for steel ingot. Once we get into the steel, we can then put our steel bees down. And then getting into the metal press, we're going to need this to make any and all gears that are associated in the game, as well as plates and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna go into this whole little quest line. We may make this guy too the kill brick, because we're gonna need black iron, quartz enriched iron, all of these fun things. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, make sure to hit that like button. While you're down there, check the description for all of the different ways to follow me, including Twitter and Twitch. Link to my Discord is always in every YouTube video. Come on in and say hello. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.